medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to beautiful blue sky Seattle. I mean, we don't always have the blue skies that they say in the song, the bluest skies you've ever seen are in Seattle. But today we have some gorgeous robin egg blue sky. It's stunning.
Wow,
it's really pretty.
Egg blue.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's about 34 degrees outside. And of course, we talk about the weather so that you'll check in with your own weather, because that allows you to move into the present moment, just knowing what's going on all around you. So yeah, that's what's going up here in Seattle. And we're taking calls today.
That's not like the color of the year, is it?
Robin egg blue?
Yeah, it seems
Okay.
very specific. You came
Yeah.
up with that one today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really pretty color.
Okay.
I
Well,
love it.
yeah, it is. I was just wondering where you popped in with it.
Yeah, just, landed.
Landed.
Yeah, just
Connected
landed.
with it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So
Yeah.
are we with you, the listeners, for the Manuchehri show, and callers 877-825-8828. We'll take Annie to start things off, calling in from Crofton, Maryland, I believe. Yes, Annie. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Annie. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm just calling today for a general reading, and I want to ask the new spirit guide question you've been training us to ask.
Yeah. This will be, it's my fault. I trained everyone to ask how many they have because I was just so shocked that there was such a thing that I could stare at people and go, oh my God, there's 4 guides next to them, or you have 10, or I was shocked, but it's really not as helpful information, perhaps.
But staring at someone in a good way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, okay. So you want to ask your question? What is it now?
So general reading, and I think the question you told us to ask is, what do my spirit guides want me to learn while I'm here on Earth?
Yeah, like the highest pinnacle thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your energy looks excellent. You don't have a leak. I'll say that again. No leak in your energy system. You do have a pass through in the 3rd chakra, which is not a leak. Energy is moving in and then it's moving out of the vortex. But it's constantly moving in, so you have lots of energy, not a lot coming in through the crown. I would work on your connection with the divine, allowing the universe to love you, I think would be wonderful.
Okay.
And so to answer your question about your guides, I'm now looking at your guide group, because really what they look like for me, the way I, experience reading will help me understand what it is that they want you to experience, what you really want to experience, and they're actually supporting for you to have that knowledge. And your guides are really interesting. You have a lot of animals as your guide group. Like you have a penguin. You have a skunk. You have black and white animals, which is really interesting, like a panther, leopard. It's really interesting, this theme. It's really beautiful. So part of it makes me think that like marrying the dark and the light of life, like getting really comfortable with darkness and lightness. Does that make sense? In terms of, do you tend to be on the lighter side of things?
No.
Really? Okay. Well, that would make sense. Your crown chakra is not taking in a lot of energy. And that's the really high vibrational lightness of life, is the crown chakra. So that would totally make sense. So you need to take in more of the light. So you're actually very psychic. Did you know that?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Okay, good. You're very psychic. And psychics need to be able to see not just the light or not just the dark. They need to see all of it. So in your case, which I think is a more fortunate case, your job is to now start to experience the light, to look for the beauty in things, not the darkness in things, but the beauty in things. And that's going to enhance your psychic ability enormously. And remember, when you connect to your spirit guides, the way that you'll know that, you're always connected to them, the way you'll know that you can hear, see, or feel them is you're going to start to feel loved. The other side is extremely loving. So when I feel all of a sudden like adored and cherished, and I'm just washing dishes and my mind hasn't been focused on anything, like, oh, okay, does somebody want to talk to me? And then I'll go sit in front of the fire or go meditate. So feeling loved, enormous amounts of love, is always a good sign that it's time to have a meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. That
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay, that was a good question. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks, Annie, for joining us from Crofton,
Now,
Maryland.
see, isn't that more interesting than just how many spirit guides do I have? Although, and I'm not even going to count them anymore, everybody. No, I might occasionally, but I am going to look at them and see what they're wearing or what they look like, because I think that's leads us to the answer. Okay, Maryland.
That's where she was calling from. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
I was going to comment about the panther and your animals. You seem to like the whole black and white thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty impressive there.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, panthers in general. So, you know, how it is. Chelsea from Seattle. Welcome
funny.
to the show.
Hi, Chelsea.
Yeah, hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm lovely. Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, but I am dealing with a chronic cough. I've had it for a handful of months and wondering if you can give me any insight on it.
And did you go to the doctor?
I've been to the doctor
Good.
a few times.
Great.
I think it could be so this comes up annually. It's come up for the last 4 years around this time. This time it was a little earlier.
I think it's well, I mean, it's been so cold. So I mean, it's still, what was it, 34 degrees when I drove in this morning?
Yeah,
it's so cold outside. That doesn't help. It's your bronchial passageways. They get too tight, and then you start not being able to move the gases in your lungs, and then you get a little bit of fluid in there. So this has a lot to do with receiving and letting go. I don't think you're great at letting go. I think you have the memory of an elephant. We're going to be talking about animals apparently today. And elephants don't forget. They do not forget anything. They don't.
Smart.
They're very smart. They're extremely intelligent creatures. And you don't forget anything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you need to stop that, because then you can't let go. You can't let go if you keep remembering all the stuff and the way that you perceived it at the time that didn't make you happy. You can't let go, and then you're in this constant sadness or grief or anger or frustration in your heart chakra about it. And then, you know, when it gets cold outside, you start to have physical sensations. And we don't want that to get worse, because it can get worse, right? We don't want irritation in the lungs. We don't want the bronchial passageways to get any scarring. So you're going to have to learn to let go. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to, I'm taking it in.
I know, right? So your new favorite what if question is, what if I surrender and get out of the way?
Okay.
All right. So and get out of the way means you let go. Whenever I ask, you know, please express to me whatever's in the highest good, because this is a way you can ask intuitive questions about my, you know, when I feel annoyed about my ex-husband, even though we've been divorced for 20 years. So it's like so silly to ever be annoyed about that. I always am shown the very same picture that I somehow forget about when I'm frustrated or annoyed, or my brain is acting like an elephant and pulling up all these things that have long been forgotten. I'm always shown the very same thing. And it's about the 8 years in the marriage where we all 3 of our kids, their dad and me, we laughed our heads off for about 8 years, constantly laughing our heads off. And that's what the universe shows me. That doesn't show me anything else, nothing that I've been complaining about or, you know, thinking about for decades, none of that. It just reminds me that's the reason why we were together. And it was a really good reason why we were together. And it was beautiful. And it was funny. So I only want you to focus on those things that are similar to what I just described. And you're not going to know that until you stop acting like an elephant. You're not going to know what those things are.
Yeah. Okay.
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 All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks for joining the show, Chelsea. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. And do you have a question?
No, just waving to the Facebook and YouTube people,
you
right?
Can wave at me later then.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Well, you're in the line of the wave,
totally
so you're getting the wave too.
Wave around.
Yeah.
Sarah
Which reminds me, I know this is off topic, but
never.
The Sounders, you know, I love that that jumping jelly bean section, which I really want tickets to that. That would be a great workout, is being in that section. Everyone jumps the whole time. I told
you I did that once.
I know.
And that's all it took for me to say never again. Like
really
my knees can't handle it. I'm getting old. I'm acting my age, but boy, oh boy, like
I'm older than you and my knees are great.
I wish we could switch. I really do.
Okay.
I really felt terrible. But I was
want
like, you go through half of the game, and you're like, I just need a break. You sit down. You got the
You
glare from
can't.
everything. Like,
You can't sit down in that section.
I'm gonna go.
You have to jump, and that's what it reminds me of the wave,
Oh,
which
yeah.
just comes and goes while you're sitting in a stadium,
Yeah.
but not in the jelly bean section for the Sounders. You were
Unreal.
constantly a jelly bean.
Are you calling it the jelly bean, or is it really called
I'm
the jelly
calling
bean?
it the jelly
okay.
bean.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't figure that
It's the
one
jelly
before.
bean.
I'm like, no,
Because they're all wearing different clothes and
I
they're
get it.
jumping the
I
whole
get
time.
it.
They look like jelly
I
beans.
get it.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
who's next?
It's Sarah from Cape Cod. Hi, how's it going, Sarah?
Hi, good. How are you?
We're good.
Yes, Sarah. What can I do for you?
Marie, I am in your Tuesday shift network.
Oh, thank you. Isn't that a fun?
Like a lot of the listeners.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. It's such a fun class. I mean, hello.
It is so fun.
It's
I
really
had a difficult
fun.
pause this past week. I raised my hand out of turn. I didn't know how to ask the question, and I caused such a ruckus. But I really understand the rules of the game.
I can relate to you. This is why I always have younger assistants. They fix things for me. They tell me how to work things. They put things together for me. They do. Because I've gone to Jen's office. My camera's not working, and she'll just comes and push a button, and it works again.
Hooray!
Yeah, it's really great. So what can I do for you right now?
I am hoping that you can help me out with a medical mystery.
Sure.
In 2016, I started to have pain in the right ischial tuberosity.
The right where? We can't hear you.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up just a little bit. Repeat that.
Sorry. The right ischial tuberosity, kind of the sit-up area.
I still can't hear you. What? Maybe.
Oh, no.
I just can't hear you when you're using those terms. Like I can't hear the terms at all. So the right side, what part of your body?
My butt.
Okay. All right. Now we heard that one. Your glute muscle.
Came right through.
Yeah. And the sciatic nerve.
Yes. So I had surgery in 2021 to the pudendal nerve because I thought it was entrapped.
Yeah.
And
that wasn't the problem. It wasn't the problem, in my opinion. But that's okay. I mean, to go in and free a nerve that's nice. This is I think it's the muscle and the sciatic nerve. It's like your glutes never relax. They're always firing up that muscle, and then it's reached out towards the sciatic, and then it activates it, in my opinion, which is probably activating other nerves in the vicinity as well.
Exactly. Yeah, they're all fired.
They are. So do you know why the energetic reason why the sciatic nerve gets irritated? Pardon? Okay, I'm just going to say what it is. So it's the same as our first caller. You need to let go. This might be the theme of the show today. The sciatic nerve is all about needing to let go. You probably also have the memory of an elephant, which is a compliment. I mean, Benny, wouldn't you love to go into, some beautiful region of Africa and just go into some sanctuary where the elephants are and just follow them all day long? I would love to do that.
I just watched Swiss Family Robinson with the boys, and they had a little baby. Remember the baby elephant scene?
Oh,
totally want one.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's definitely an elephant let go day. So you have to let go, and so you need to use the what if question. What if I surrender and get out of the way?
Okay.
And people who don't. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and just mindset wise and vibrational wise, like.
Well, your energy looks great. You only have a tiny leak in your second chakra, which is fairly common, although our last caller did not have that. Your energy looks excellent. So you stay focused. Really smart people who like to solve problems don't know how to let go.
Correct.
Right. So you have to stop that. You have to please don't be so smart and just have fun and play and let go. You have to learn to let go. And then you'll have a different form of intelligence that comes into your consciousness too, which is, that divine intelligence, that high vibrational awareness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you already have the logical, right?
Yeah.
You already have the logical consciousness. You know how to operate in the human reality well. That's great. But you need the other consciousness. You need that other perspective. And that's the perspective you prefer anyway. But you're not going to get it if you keep holding on to things and trying to solve things from the physical perspective. You're not going to get the solutions that bring you peace.
So letting go of everything that's annoying, everything that causes anger.
Yeah. And I would just practice that what if question and don't analyze or process what if questions. What if I let go? What if I get out of the way?
Okay.
Every day, all day long. You can do it silently too. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
And no medical intervention that you see?
I don't think so. I think no. No. And then have you ever used like a fascia tool on your glute muscle?
There's such severe allodynia that it causes a massive flare.
Yeah. So it's just too sensitive. Yeah. Just too sensitive. Yeah. Okay. So let's work on the letting go and see what happens.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You got it, Sarah. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're up on our first break of the hour. We'll take that right now. And we'll be right back with more from Marie.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. Did you know that everything you desire, including happiness, exists in a very high energy vibration? This vibration surrounds you and all of planet Earth, and this extraordinary frequency is also part of your energy system. Surprisingly, very few people know how to use their access to this soaring energy, and many still have difficulty maintaining a bond with this powerful source. Luckily, you could join me for a 12-week vibrational interactive coaching course, online of course. This beautiful, lovely 12-week program begins every Monday, starting September 19th through December 12th, between 5 and 6:15 p.m. If you want to know more information, please visit energyintuitive.com. I hope to see you soon.
Do you make a positive difference in the world? Do you have a talent, philosophy, base of knowledge, product, or service that you know could help a lot of people if only you could reach them? Join Alternative Talk 1150's family of broadcasters and start walking down a fruitful path. As host of your very own program, dial 425-653-1150 and find out just how affordable it can be to have a show on 1150 a.m. That's 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk. We have an opportunity waiting just for you.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. As an intuitive, I've had the pleasure of also functioning as a medium. It has brought me incredible joy and thankfully closure and pure happiness to many, many people who I've communicated across the veil with. A medium is someone who stands on a bridge. Metaphorically speaking, of course, they act as an energetic connection to the other side, the place where all your loved ones reside once their energy system leaves this earthly form. Please join me for a 12-week mediumship coaching program and learn about the astral plane and the beautiful art of corresponding between worlds. This fabulous 12-week interactive live online course will begin Wednesday, September 21st through December 14th between 5 and 6:15 p.m. For more information, visit energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
That was very good, Benny, helping people to relax and let go. Don't hold on to things. Relax your cheek muscles, everyone, and let that sciatic nerve be more free because that nerve goes all the way down to the ankle. Do you remember when they had the body exhibit here in Seattle?
I
traveled.
Was so bummed I missed that.
Oh, I saw it 3 times when it was here.
Should have
loved it.
hitched a ride with you.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah. But that was a while ago, right? Yeah, I loved it. And they had pictures of the, not pictures, but you could see the sciatic nerve and how huge the focal point of the nerve is in the glute. It's really enormous. So you can only imagine when that gets fired up, it's hard to get it to tame because it's enormous. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Super cool. I wish it could come back, right? It goes from city to city,
I think
maybe?
there was a little bit of controversy about how they got those bodies.
Welcome to Seattle. I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, it went around the country.
Wouldn't
It wasn't just in
I know.
Seattle. It was around the country. But apparently some of those bodies were from prison inmates and, you know,
But they were donated, I thought.
They were well, I don't know. If you're a prisoner, how much power do you have over your body?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, Jen, look into it.
Yeah. I think she already knows about it, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it was amazing. I loved it. I would go see it again, no matter where it is in the world. I definitely would. It was very, very cool. And our vibrational coaching program for the fall is sold out, but you could, of course, get on the wait list if you wanted to. You can just go to the energyintuitive.com website, send us a little note through the information page. And we have 8 seats left in the medium coaching program that will begin on September 21st of this year, Wednesday evenings. And of course, we're still having a CD and DVD sale while supplies last because we're moving to MP3s of all of our stuff. And I'm making new things too, which is very exciting. And next week, our guest, we'll have a guest for the first half hour, Karen Crawford, who is actually an ER doc turned astrologer, but she's still an ER doc. She's still working in the ER. She's even been working during the pandemic. It's going to be a very interesting conversation. She's a wonderful astrologer. I've actually had a reading from her, and I loved it. So I can't wait to see what she has to say for all of us.
Imagine the two of you working together.
It's going to be fun.
See no patience. You'd be like, come on, let's get. You're going to have to just wait.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Very interesting. Okay, so who do we have on the phone line?
Yeah, we'll take now Ellen, who's calling from the San Francisco Bay Area. Hi, Ellen.
Hi there. Thank you so much for taking my call. And Marie, thank you so much for everything I've learned from you. It's been invaluable.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you so much for your kind words.
And hopefully I'm going to learn more now. So I feel like I have a lot of light and a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been dimmed by health problems.
Right.
And that's not the way I want to be in the world.
Right.
So my 2 most pressing that I think are affecting me are hot flashes for 15 years, all night long.
Wow.
And I'm like, where the heck are these coming from? So my sleep is not restorative.
Well, I mean, hormonal changes, you know, like you have to do something for your hormones if you want them to balance.
So my mom had breast cancer and I'm 65 now. So they're like, ooh, you could have a stroke. You could have, well, so I haven't done that.
Right.
And if I had known then what I knew now, I sure would have done it.
Well, I mean, I think
anyway,
there's always good reasons to not. What my naturopath said, because I didn't take hormones until just recently. I take a very small amount because once I reached 60, she goes, well, you really have no hormones now. And so you're at a lower risk. And then there's compounded hormones, which are healthier for women to take. And I think medical doctors could prescribe them, but they rarely do. So naturopathic physicians prescribe them. But you could I did herbs for a really long time. I still take them that helped balance my hormones. So there are herbal remedies with maca root and things that feed the adrenals, which also help the thyroid, because once you get a change in any hormonal area, it affects all the hormones. That's why the cortisol levels increase, and that's why you can't sleep. That's really what that's from, is that the lack of estrogen and progesterone then create higher incidence of your other hormones overworking to kind of compensate, and then you get higher levels of cortisol, and then you can't sleep. So it's all related. So you can take herbs. You don't have to do, hormone replacement.
I've done that, and I go to a practitioner. You can't even imagine what I've done. And sadly, I mean, we'd be here all day if I told you. Sadly, nothing has improved it. I mean, my thyroid has gotten a little healthier, but nothing has made any difference.
Right. So it sounds like you need some compounded, hormones. Small amounts. Just remember, now you're depleted enough that it's a safer time to use that, as long and you haven't had cancer, even though your mother did. You haven't had cancer,
right?
So just keep that in mind. Something to consider.
Okay. Well, thank you. And then my secondary thing is, I have stomach problems 24/7.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, what's that about? Or I wonder, what's that about?
Well, overall, when I looked at your energy, you do have a small leak in the back. You have some interesting sparks coming off your crown chakra, which has to do with the neurological system. It could be from just lack of sleep, honestly, because that affects your neurological system. I mean, when you're tired, it's hard to fully function well. Right? Even your body gets dizzy. All kinds of interesting things can happen when you're tired.
You are so right.
It's really true. Yeah, it's so important to get plenty of sleep. Did you try any sleep aids?
Yeah. Again, everything.
Okay. So I think we're pointing to this one thing here. If you have a naturopath, that's the way I would go and see if things start to change for you. But overall, what I heard when I drew out your energy is that you don't know how to rest anyway. Like you're like an Energizer bunny. And that's when you described your light kind of turning off, it's because you're not as busy as you have been because you're tired. You've been tired for a while and you were able to still be busy for a long time, even though you were exhausted. But now you're not as busy as you were. And that's actually better for you. You need to learn to rest and relax and not think. That could help with everything as well, by the way.
Interesting. You're spot on, by the way.
Right. And there are, although I want you to ask your naturopath, of course, right? Because I'm not a naturopath. And, we don't know all the things that you're taking or what your, excuse me, your allergies are. But Progest E that you can buy online is a compounded form of progesterone. It has vitamin E in it. And if you take it at night, people go night-night. Excuse me. They go to sleep when they take it. So you could start there, right? Okay. I don't know what the dosage will be. You'll have to ask your naturopath. But you can buy it online.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you need to relax. Calm down. Not overthink. Yeah, it is, but that's really the whole problem. And what happens when people don't know how to relax, they burn out their hormones faster. And they have more side effects because they burn them out so quick.
Okay.
All right.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah. Thanks, Ellen, for joining us from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, beautiful area.
Yeah,
there are some amazing restaurants in San Francisco.
It's like a further south to Seattle.
I wonder if is it time to go? Well, I guess in California they don't have mask mandates anymore,
they
right?
Lifted it not too long ago. I thought earlier than we did.
Yeah, because
they do a lot of things ahead of schedule.
They can't wait. It's too pretty outside. They go, like, we can't wait. We got to get outside.
Right.
Where it's raining, we're like, we can wait.
Right.
Yeah, it's cold. It's raining.
Speaking of that and colors, I was given an email from one of our lovely listeners. Thank you, Susie. Very Perry is the color of the year.
Ooh,
it's more of a bluish
purple,
violet.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Didn't know. Thank you very much.
Thank you for letting us know. I need some new tops. I'm going to be going to the store. I'm going to look for that color. I'm very excited.
Kind of want to throw it back to 2016 where it was like Serenity.
That was the color?
Some rose quartz. Yeah, it was a combination. It was
really? I'm wearing kind of
year.
the rose quartz today with my...
There's some up there too on the counter. Right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's very pretty.
All right, so now everyone can explain that over the water cooler today.
Fashion. Right. Our fashion update. Yeah.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We will now take Daisy calling in from Sacramento. Hi, Daisy.
Hi.
Hi, Daisy.
Wow, I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, thank you for...
I love you guys.
We love you too.
You guys are such a great energy.
Oh, thank you. You too.
So what can we do for you?
I wanted to just get a energy reading, and I want to know what messages my guides have regarding this new career path I'm on.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to take it to a little bit more of a general question, but my plan, I want to get to your question, but I have the sneaky suspicion that we need to ask it from this general. So I drew out your energy. You only have a small leak in the second. You also, though, which a lot of people have just from the pandemic, like, do I get a shot? Do I get a second shot? Do I get a third shot? Do I wear a mask? Do I not? Even today when I was walking in the building, because we haven't got rid of our mask mandates indoors yet in the area. And we wear a mask before we enter the building, even though no one is here. Like, there's no one in the hallway. Jen and I are the only ones in the elevator or on the stairs.
Protocols, Marie. Sorry about that.
I'm happy. I'm not complaining.
I do it too.
I know. I saw Benny comes and opens the door for us because there's not a receptionist who can open up the door electronically for us because it's all high security here.
I am the receptionist.
You are.
Too.
You're the receptionist now. You have multiple
Farm
jobs.
Out to someone else, right?
Yeah. So we have to call Benny, and he comes out and opens up the door for us, and he has his mask on. So anyway, that's why there's a tiny leak. That was a long description for the tiny leak in your second chakra. But you do have sparks, like our last caller, even more than our last caller, at the tip of your seventh vortex. Do you get headaches, or do you have some neurological, like pain in your body or discomfort?
Sometimes my right arm.
Okay.
But that's gone away.
Good.
But nothing neurological that
do you sleep well? Did you hear me? Do you sleep well?
I sleep late.
What does that mean?
Like I go to bed like at 12 or 11.
And then do you get 8 hours of sleep?
Probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. So that's why we're having, because it's not good for your neurological system not to get complete rest.
Oh,
the REM cycle doesn't even really get in, to like 4 hours, right? It's 3.5, 4 hours. And then you get that deep sleep. You need more sleep, my dear. You definitely need more sleep. So go to bed earlier. Don't stay up. Okay.
I take a lot of naps.
Oh, okay. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Okay.
Maybe that's why I stay up later, because I've been taking more naps.
I don't think so, because there's people around the world that do siestas and they still get their 8 hours in. So try to go to bed a little bit earlier.
What about the consistency of the naps? Are they all over the place, or you try to do them around the same time?
They're always around 3 or 4.
Okay, well, that's good.
That sounds great. I love napping, actually. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I love it. Okay, so I'm looking at your guides, because we're asking the question, because you said, what are your guides asking about work? So I'm asking the big question. What do your guides want you to experience in this lifetime? Which really means, what do you want to experience? Because they're following your lead. You talk to your guides before you incarnate and say, hey, dudes, I want to learn all of this in this lifetime. They go, okay, well, that's a tall order. We'll do everything we can in our power to help you with that. But that might mean that you have a few challenges, because people learn under duress quicker in the physical realm than everything being hunky-dory, right? We learn we learn faster sometimes, like, okay, I never want that to happen again. What do I have to do to make sure that never happens again? And then we change, we grow, we change. Your guides say a lot. They're very chatty. You have a very chatty guide group. Really chatty. And I love that it makes you smile, because that would be in alignment. Guides like to offer themselves in a way that is comfortable and feels good to us. They're very chatty. And you have an equal balance of male and female energy in your guide group. And so the men are just as chatty. Remind me of Middle Eastern men who are very chatty. I've hung around a lot of them, and they gossip more than the women. I'm telling you, they do. Yeah, they do. They're hysterical. They know about everyone's family, and they're just talking about aunts and grandmas, and they're just hysterical. Between their
I've been told, Marie, that I have 5, and I think it changes.
It does. You have 8 from what I can see. Very balanced. But again, we're not going to get too caught up in the number. Jen's giving me the little sign. Not the number. So there's something about you needing to be more active. So more active, more physically active. So more out in the world. Do you like to hide?
No, I actually like to get out. I like to travel. I want to go out with nature right now. That's what I'm praying for. But it's just I have a lot of.
But that could be hiding. Getting out in nature, hiking. That's still hiding, in my opinion, because that's what I want to go hide in the woods, or in a big park.
There's plenty out there
where no one can find me.
So what do they mean by active then?
So they want you to start having more connection to humanity versus less connection to the human world. You have a fear of humans. Did you know that?
No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you can disagree with me, of course, of anything that I say. Do you have a lot of humans in your life?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Like
I do. Well, like family and friends. But I'm not working right now, and so that keeps my social interaction smaller than it was before.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do what do you typically do for work, or what's the career change? Because it needs to involve a lot of other humans. Whatever you do needs to involve.
Well, I'm moving toward being a medium.
Okay, great.
So I've been taking classes for that.
Great. So dead humans and live humans. Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to have lots of interaction with humans, and you can't hide because dead people will find you anywhere, even in bathrooms, in restaurants. Believe me, I know from personal experience. So that's great. So I would say, yes, you were on track. Isn't that funny how your guides took me all around this lovely block of silliness? You have very funny guides. I like them. And so, yes, you're on the right track. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daisy, for joining the show from Sacramento.
Yay.
That was quite the reading, so to speak. I mean, I think Jen, though, both of us kind of like, she wasn't all the way connected with her body, though, and needs to.
Yeah. Right.
For sure.
And you know, when you hang out with other humans, you do hang out in your body more because you laugh, you joke, you pat each other on the back, you go do stuff together. Versus when I go hiking, I'm in my body, but I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not I'm like, how fast can I get up that hill so I can get home before it gets dark outside? Right. So it's a different kind of energy.
It's like your own a moment of Zen for yourself.
It's a very, it's beautiful.
Zen-like. 877-825-8828. We are now already at our second
break. I can't believe, I thought we already had the second break.
That was the first one. All right.
Okay.
More from Marie when we come back.
All right.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. Did you know that everything you desire, including happiness, exists in a very high energy vibration? This vibration surrounds you and all of planet Earth, and this extraordinary frequency is also part of your energy system. Surprisingly, very few people know how to use their access to this soaring energy, and many still have difficulty maintaining a bond with this powerful source. Luckily, you could join me for a 12-week vibrational interactive coaching course, online, of course. This beautiful, lovely 12-week program begins every Monday, starting September 19th through December 12th, between 5 and 6:15 p.m. If you want to know more information, please visit energyintuitive.com. I hope to see you soon.
Alternative Talk 1150 is your sports organization's safe bet when it comes to airing your team's games. Our players are all seasoned professionals when it comes to sports programming. Imagine your games being heard on local radio. Your team deserves the MVP treatment. Call 425-653-1150 today to learn how affordable and fun it is to broadcast your games on the radio. Call 425-653-1150 and make your next season something special. That's 425-653-1150.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. As an intuitive, I've had the pleasure of also functioning as a medium. It has brought me incredible joy and thankfully closure and pure happiness to many, many people who I've communicated across the veil with. A medium is someone who stands on a bridge. Metaphorically speaking, of course, they act as an energetic connection to the other side, the place where all your loved ones reside once their energy system leaves this earthly form. Please join me for a 12-week mediumship coaching program and learn about the astral plane and the beautiful art of corresponding between worlds. This fabulous 12-week interactive live online course will begin Wednesday, September 21st through December 14th between 5 and 6:15 p.m. For more information, visit energyintuitive.com.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
Okay, I love that song, Benny. That is one of my favorite songs of all time. I've actually seen Chaka Khan in concert. And then, you know, you and I were reminiscing over the jazz festivals that we used to have here in the Northwest.
Chateau Saint Michel, down on the piers.
Because we used to have a jazz station here in the same building,
yeah,
right?
Same company.
Same company.
They switched over.
It was called Smooth Jazz. And now we don't have that. So now we don't have the jazz festival. And we used to get free tickets to the jazz festival. We could sit in a very good place with tons of free food and wine all day long.
So good.
It was amazing.
So good.
And now we don't have that anymore. So that's very.
They still do it on a smaller level.
They do?
Yeah, just
Where?
not. It's a chateau.
Really? They do?
They have,
okay.
Well, when things start opening back up too.
Okay.
It's
right.
been kind of shut down for a minute, but they were doing them. Yeah, you just got to get there early with your lawn chair and just
I know.
chilling.
Yeah, I know. It's
flat ground.
Yeah. And then go stand in line to get your food and a glass of wine.
Make sure you have your wine opener with you at all times. Right?
Yeah.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take now Zendra, I believe I can pronounce that right, calling from Jacksonville, Florida. Zendra, hello.
Hello, Fanny and Marie.
Hello, you have a good radio voice. Right? We like it. Yeah. So what can I do for you?
Well, I was calling to ask the big question that everyone's been asking, but also to ask about, I've been trying to write a teen book about healing, and I am like literally creatively blocked. I cannot, and I'm like, what is that about? What?
So did you say a teen book about healing?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea, by the way. I think that's a super smart, highly intelligent idea. Here's what I want you to do to break the block. Well, and here, I'll tell you the reason for the block too. And I didn't see that in your chakras, but I obviously love anything to do with writing. I have to write every day. And of course, I have written one book. I would love to finish the 4 that are in my brain, but we'll see if I get some free time here to do that. So I'm very passionate about writing. I saw your auric field. Your guides just whisked me off to your aura and said, "Look at this, not our chakras. Look at this." And you are terrified of your magnificence. And I just want you to know this is not uncommon. Most old souls, empathic people are afraid of their magnificence. In fact, what I hear collectively when I look at old souls is they're just waiting for all of humanity to think that they're wonderful so that they will give themselves permission to be wonderful too. And that's a complete waste of time. Like that's never going to happen. And then you won't get to finish what you want to do in this lifetime. You know, you'll be dead before any of that will ever happen, if it ever happens. So I want you to start embracing your magnificence. And I'll come up with a what if question. And regarding the creative energy, start writing something more fictional first.
Okay.
Right? Write a teen fictional book on healing. I think that's going to be really fun for you and very interesting. And maybe that will even be the book. And then you could write another book that's more, nonfiction about healing.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So your what if question is, what if I embrace and this is going to sound like a weird word, and devour my magnificence. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, and say that every day, all day long, because we want to change your energy system to be in alignment of this so that it becomes a belief. Because once it becomes a belief, it happens very quickly. And if people use what if questions, the ones that they want to use to change something, like consistently for days, we can get a change in a couple of weeks or a few months. All right.
Oh, awesome.
Or quit faster than that even. You're welcome. And I'm very excited. Great idea. Wonderful idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Have a great day.
My last one is about the spirit guides. What is that? Is that the big?
I've already given you the good kahunas. I'm telling you, you got the good kahunas. You need to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Sandra, thanks for calling.
That was really
sweet,
cute.
Right?
Yeah, very.
Let's now take Janet calling in from the LA area. Hi, Janet.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
We're good. We're not freezing cold right now, so that's lovely.
Yes. That's wonderful.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm calling because you know me, Marie.
I do.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't recognize your voice yet.
I had a severe allergic reaction.
Are you an actress?
Yes.
Okay, then I know who you are. I finally could hear your voice. Hello, it's so lovely to chat with you again. So lovely.
Likewise.
I think the last time I saw you was at an Abraham event, right?
I think it was.
Yeah,
you were in Seattle.
You were in Seattle. You were going to drive to a wedding to sing, I believe, at the wedding.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, and we were hanging out in the audience together. It was really fun. I loved it.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah.
So you had an allergy?
Yeah, this past weekend I had a severe, allergic, I guess it was an allergic reaction. I had a few different opinions, but I think we settled on allergic reaction.
Okay.
And I just wanted to kind of know what that was about because it flared up in my face and was kind of frightening for a minute. And I kind of wanted to get a read on that, and also just know if there's anything I'm allergic to that I need to be avoiding. The philosophy is that it has to do with some dissolvable stitches that I had from a surgery a while ago.
Interesting.
So,
well, but that doesn't make any. How long ago was the surgery?
January 24th.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. That can't. I mean, because those things dissolve really quickly.
Yeah, in a couple
right?
weeks, I think.
So that.
Well, the doctor said that they don't start dissolving until after 6 weeks.
Really?
So,
okay, so I guess that's possible, but so 6 weeks ago, though, we would have been in February, most likely, right? Unless it was the end of January.
Well, she was saying 6 weeks after the surgery, they start to dissolve.
Interesting.
So that would be around now.
Right.
And it started there at the site, and then it kind of flared up in my face. And I was told that was like an id reaction, where you can have an allergic reaction one place and then it kind of goes somewhere else.
Well, the good thing is, if it was the sutures, which it sounds like you have really good doctors and makes sense if the timeline is correct, if those are dissolving now and it's the 6 week time period, because I see a bite, literally a bite. But maybe the sutures were like a bite, you know what I mean? But I see a bite. The good thing is you don't have to get those sutures again.
No.
Right?
No.
So you don't have to worry about that. And it's actually common, even when people don't have a reaction like sutures that are dissolving. Let's say that the product is somehow allergy causing to the person, right? Which we don't know, because not everybody gets dissolvable sutures. Animals get them a lot, but it's not something every day that we use on humans, right?
Right.
Is that a lot of people will have a reaction in their face. Faces flare a lot when it comes to reactions. So it's not uncommon. Like someone could eat an allergic food and swell up in their face and even have a swelling in their mouth. So it's not uncommon for the face to have the reaction regardless of what caused the allergy or where it was even. So I want that to help you to relax, because you kind of thought, well, this is like, why did it happen to my face? You know what I mean?
Yes, I did. And I was also concerned about that. And also, I just want to know if there was anything that I'm using or eating that I need to be avoiding that, caused to this or led to it. And
I don't think so, because I got bite, but maybe it's the suture line that's the bite, right? It's possible. No, I don't think so. And you're careful with your diet. You're a very healthy person. Obviously, your body even resolved this, which was lovely. You didn't go into anaphylactic, which is wonderful.
No, it didn't. I mean, I am taking medication.
Yeah, some steroids or whatnot to relax everything, right?
Yeah.
But
I've had some odd flare-ups though at kind of like important-ish times. And I'm just wondering if those things are related, like not necessarily an allergic flare, but like other like medical things that kind of are incongruous to anything else that kind of come up.
Right. And that
kind of
and as an actress, you can't have that, right? You can't, I need to get on a stage and I can't have things flaring up, right? That's not good for you.
Exactly.
So regarding career, are you at a place where you're relaxed and letting go? And I already know the answer to that. Yeah, I already know the answer to that question. That's when really cool things happen. When people can let go of a desire that they have, rather than pushing it and, oh, where is this? And I want this. And you know what I'm talking about, diving forward and all of that. And I'm sure there's all different ways that we could look at that kind of energy. When we are in that space, regardless of what it is that we desire, we're pushing it away. And what allows the desire to come into the physical realm and surprise us and delight us is when we let go. And honestly, just be full with joy with exactly the way things are right now. And that's a practice, but that is the key vibrational feeling that's necessary in order to manifest what you want career-wise, or anything else. Anything, for anyone who's listening, if you have something that you desire, working on it and working on it and working on it isn't actually how you allow it to happen. It slips in when you let go and you're authentically content and happy with the way things are right now. And then it slips in. So that's what you need to do. And then the flare-ups will go away.
Right. You're saying that the hanging on to kind of like the results of something will like cause something, in those.
Well, it pushes it.
Times.
It's a push, right? Yeah. And then the universe is trying to, because you're smart, the universe is trying to get you're energetically aware, it's trying to get your attention. Oh, we're going to give her a flare-up right now because she's stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So get happier so I can see you on TV more. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
And at the movie theater. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And relax.
And do I have any? Exactly. Do I have any leaks or anything that I need to?
Let me look real quick.
About?
You do have a leak in the fourth chakra. So, because you got scared from this and it made you very worried. So take a lot of energy into your fourth and tell yourself everything's okay. I'm all right.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day. It was lovely to chat.
Thanks, Janet, for joining the show. 877-825-8828. Quickly, Angry Jelly Bean on YouTube says, beautiful jacket, Marie.
Oh, thank you so much.
Convenience with the name we were talking about, Jelly Beans, earlier.
Yeah. So, I
hope they're not that angry. It's about
right. Well, you could even look at the sounder one. They could be a little, it's a lot of jumping up and down.
They're excited.
Right?
To be there.
They're excited. Well, I'm not a vintage shopper, but I did pick up this jacket at a vintage store in Sun Valley, Idaho. Yeah. For an incredible
secrets out.
Yeah. An incredible price, by the way. So maybe I need to become a vintage shopper, but thank you.
I dip into those stores too. You can find some good ones.
I don't know. It's just,
it's hard not to.
Well, the ones in Sun Valley look like department stores, actually.
True.
So they're very organized. You can find everything
where you are.
in there.
That's
true.
It depends on where you are. Location.
Yeah, it's really true.
We'll take now JJ calling in from South Carolina. Hi, JJ.
Hey, Penny. Hey, Marie. How are you?
Hey, we're great. Thank you. Love the Carolinas.
I do too.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful here, finally.
It is gorgeous. What can I do for you?
I had an experience with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
We're very close. She and her best friend had a huge falling out. She came home from college.
Oh, that
she
is
was extremely
huge.
upset.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the car, and I just kind of reached over and grabbed her hand. And then all of a sudden, I just had this horrendous headache and all of these thoughts of, she's too dramatic and she's too much.
She is.
Well, she is.
She is. I'm telling you.
Literally a handful.
Yeah. She reminds me of my youngest, who she's still a handful for me, quite frankly, but she's feisty. She's feisty. And she's smart too, which is really annoying because she always has the best comeback.
Yep.
That is also true. It's very annoying. But when she was a teenager, she was also very emotional. And I sat her down, and I'm telling you this because this is the conversation you need to have with your daughter. And then I'll let you finish your story. I sat her down and said, I just can't have this drama in the house every day. I just can't. So you got to figure it out before you walk into the door from high school or junior high or whatever it was. And I know your daughter's in college. I said, you got to figure this out because it's not allowed in the house unless it's really super important. Then we can have a talk about it, but no. So you need to make a rule with your daughter.
Well, we've talked about it previously, and, she's kind of, because I just told her, I said, I can't take all this.
Yeah, good.
So it's better, but so she wasn't saying anything out loud, but I said, how are you feeling? And she said, I have an awful headache. And I was like, oh my God, are these her thoughts?
Yeah.
Or because it's like I got her headache when I held her hand.
Yeah.
And or are they my thoughts?
No.
And I didn't want to transmit them to her.
No.
It was really weird.
Well, it's normal. That's what happens to healers when they lay hands on people. That's how they find out what's wrong with them.
Yep.
They can sometimes, I used to feel my patient's pain when I was in the oncology floor, which, believe me, they're in a lot of pain. And we would ask them regularly, what's your pain? And we would make sure they were medicated. And so I would be shocked when I would energetically lay hands on them, and then I would be riddled in excruciating pain because obviously we were not really medicating them well. So this is like a transference of energy. What needs to happen is you need to run your energy a little bit higher. You need to get a little bit happier or a lot happier. You will still know when you touch her what she's feeling, and you'll know that she even has a headache if she has a headache, but you won't get the headache. And you will have more clarity about her emotions versus yours. So yes, you accurately read her energy very quickly. Good job.
Wow. Is that just because that's my daughter and we've
Nope.
been close?
It's harder to read the people you love. Believe it or not, it's easier to read complete strangers. So it means that you are natural at it.
Oh my God. I mean, I've been taking your course, but I can't stay up that late to do the live event.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any actual
practice.
Experience. I just love listening to you because.
Well, I think you need to take
Oh,
thank you. That's very kind. I think you need to take a nap and stay in the Tuesday class so that you can do the breakout rooms with other people and see how talented you are.
Oh my God.
Take your B vitamins and take a nap. That's what I do when I go out dancing. I take a nap.
Sarah, like our other caller.
Yeah. Call Sarah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Very exciting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day. And thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for calling into the show. Jen, Benny, and I wish you great love and that you fall madly in love with yourself. Bye-bye for now.